Hello, Kaikus here. About 2 months ago, I released my first commercial game on Steam called Ascendum. Ascendum is a game where you control two twin brothers at the same time and help them on their journey through Afterlife by solving puzzles, platforming, and even fighting enemies. You can also play the game in a local co-op, so bring a friend and enjoy figuring out the puzzles together.
Then I jump across.
Oh, and then
Hit that. Oh my god, nice.
And blaming each other when one fails the platforming.
Hit it. Oh, I forgot I had to jump. I'm such a dumbass.
my god.
There is also a demo where you can experience the first 10% of the game, and you can download it and play it for free right now. And the progress that you make in the demo will carry over to the full game, so you can nicely continue your journey. Thanks for all of the support, I really appreciate it, and I hope you will have fun with the game. Yeah, that's nice and all, but how did the release go? On 12th of April, I sat down in my chair, I opened Steamworks website, I looked at the juicy release button, and then, when the time was right, I pressed it, and a couple of hours later, I became a millionaire. Or that's what every game dev would like to happen, but reality is often disappointing. In the first week of the release, the game has made around $850, and then in the following weeks around 150 more, which brings us to a bit more than $1,000, made by 103 sales. That might seem a bit of a shock to some of you, but let's give some context to the whole situation. Maybe my insight can serve as a reality check for fellow devs, but also give you some ideas on what you might expect, or give you some ideas on how important the marketing actually is. On the day Ascendum launched, I managed to acquire a bit more than 2,000 wishlists on Steam. That represents 2,000 people that saw the game somewhere, navigated to the Steam page, and then decided that they are interested in the game and that they would like to be notified when the game is released. The more wishlists, the more people will be notified at launch, thus more people buying the game in a short period of time, thus hopefully triggering the Steam algorithm and then Steam pushing the game even further. I managed to get to that number only using YouTube as a marketing tool, where I posted a couple of devlogs for the game. One of the problems here was that the game was kinda 80% done by the time I started this YouTube channel, so there was not much to talk about and the devlogs only covered some less interesting topics. That's the reason why most of the devs start making devlogs from the beginning of the project, since the beginning is where the game takes shape and where the most interesting things happen. Because of this, I think it's clear that Ascendum devlogs were not really the heavy hitters on my channel. Also, the fact that I'm advertising 4 different games on my channel at the same time is probably the factor as well, but we are not going to discuss that right now. However, we can agree that having more than just 3 devlogs would surely generate more wishlists. From the 2,000 wishlists, barely 2% converted to the actual sales, which came as a biggest surprise to me. Of course, not all of the wishlists are going to convert, but I was expecting at least a little bit bigger percentage, since these are the people that are supposedly waiting to buy the game. Usually, if you want a successful launch, you need at least 10,000 wishlists, so I wasn't really close to begin with. There is also this nobody plays this game, so I'm not quite sure mentality, where you just open the Steam page and see that there are like 4 reviews on the game, as well as no YouTube gameplay videos at all. You might be less likely to buy the game simply due to the fact that nobody plays it, so there must be something wrong with it. I'm not saying this is the sole reason, but it surely has a negative effect, same as how the popularity of the game has a positive effect on sales, simply because people want to be part of the trend or check what's up with the game that everybody is talking about. I also did not sponsor any streams or had contact with the press for articles and reviews, which would surely have an impact on that initial buzz and talk about the game, so that's something to consider moving forward. Luck, of course, always plays a big role, and some games might explode when a famous streamer randomly plays it, regardless of the numbers beforehand, but no dev can really rely on that. I would say it's up to us devs to maximize the chances of success by any means possible, some being active on social media, more than one if necessary. I have this YouTube channel, but if we really add up all of the Ascendum specific views, that's not really enough to reach a lot of people. Then advertise a lot and for a long period of time, a bunch of devlogs from start to finish of the project, Twitter posts, etc. Then reaching out to streamers to stream the game on launch, which can help with the release feeling more as a bigger event than it actually is, actually getting to 10,000 wishlists, and of course having a solid game. Just by looking at some of these points that I mentioned, you can see that I barely did any of them, which justifies the release results in my mind, especially considering all of the other tips and tricks that I still didn't hear about. I didn't expect the game to just randomly blow up and sell 1 million copies, but I would say I expected a bit more. However, it seems that even if you want to sell like 1000 copies, you still need stronger marketing than I did here. I'm not into marketing at all. I just want to make games, and the thought of doing marketing usually makes me want to vomit, which is the reason I didn't really do it apart from this YouTube channel. However, I also want people to play the games that I make, as well as earn some money, of course. So even though I will vomit, I will have to push through the marketing part to make that possible, or reach out to publishers. In short, I only advertised the game with a couple of devlogs on YouTube, which got me to a bit more than 2000 wishlists on Steam. No other marketing, no sponsor streams on release, no contacts with the press and reviews, and no publisher. And the result is 103 copies sold within around 2 months, which is around $1,000. Hope this gives you some idea what to expect when doing minimal marketing. Luckily, I didn't gamble my whole life on the success of this game, since it was a realization of an old university project that I did in my free time as a hobby. But it's interesting case to study and analyze, and a good opportunity for me to test and try things out, since it's my first game that I'm actually selling. I'm also quite curious to see how the sales develop over longer periods of time post-launch, so we will see. Maybe I make an update to this in a year where we can check how events and different discounts impact the sales of the game that is already out. Leave your comments down below. I'm really interested to hear your opinions on this topic, and also check out the Ascendum on Steam if you're interested. As I said before, there is a demo that you can download and play for free right now if you want to try the game, and there is also a discount now, so it's a good time to make a purchase if you are really interested. But that's it for me, I'm done, and until next time.